Good morning to everyone out there, man. It's currently Monday morning, and as y'all see, we're getting ready to head into work, start our work week. But I wanted to bring y'all along with me because this morning we're gonna do things a little different. We got a little story time this morning. So this past weekend, man, we had a nice little ride that we rode together out to Anniston, Alabama, to Easy Riders MC roll call for the year. And it's basically like this big event that kicks off the season for all riders, MC clubs, and just riders in general. And I had the pleasure, I was an invite with one of our local clubs here in Atlanta, Elite Riders. So I tagged along with those guys, and we did us a nice little trip out to Anniston, Alabama. And I'm gonna tell y'all about that trip while we head to work. All right. So if your first time coming to the channel, man, welcome to the channel. It's your boy J Dot. This channel here is dedicated to my platform as a beginner rider. Just bringing y'all along my journey, places I go, things I do, upgrades I might do to the bike itself. And of course, if you're returning, y'all already know what it is. What's up, fam? So all my riders, gliders, and sliders, sit back and enjoy the video, man. It's your boy J Dot, and we out here hogging lanes. Indeed. All right, baby, let's get this thing fired up, man. So, like I said, we was invited to do a ride along, man. And the reason why I rode with the Elite Riders out of Atlanta is a lot of y'all might have seen our favorite cousin, as he says, on his channel a couple times, Mr. Skeeter Ray, gliding, riding, and smiling. And if you don't know, he's actually the president of said club, Elite Riders, out here in Atlanta, Georgia. So, just during our time of friendship, brotherhood, of just riding our motorcycles together, showing up at different places, meeting up with each other and stuff like that, we built a connection. And he was like, man, look, he's telling me about these different things that goes along with the MCs, different events and stuff like that. And it just adds to the riding season of places you can go and, people you can enjoy. So sure enough, he was like, look, man, some of my club brothers are riding out to Anniston, Alabama for this roll call that Easy Riders out of Alabama host. And it's an annual thing. So he was like, would you like to tag along? I was like, yeah, man, get some miles in, go to an event that I've never been to. And this actually was my first motorcycle event that I've ever partaked in. So, matter of fact, I'm getting ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a moment. We'd like to start our ride with a prayer, of course. So, let me pause for the cause. So just take a moment, bear with me. All right, so yeah, we can't throw myself out of my routine, man. That's the thing about recording, trying to create content. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself, and certain things that I do before I get on my bike, but we got it in. So back to the story. So basically, like I said, Skeeter invited me to go out with his club brothers. He didn't have a chance to go. He was actually at work. Good morning. And my brother was supposed to tag along with me as well, but he had to work. And like I said, the event was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was a full weekend, but we chose to go down Saturday morning. So I was like, yeah, man, I definitely partake in that, man. So sure enough, man, I don't know if y'all know or have y'all had that feeling before, as, damn, that thing full, as riders, anytime you gear up for a nice little road trip or anything like that, the anxiety, the anxious kicks in. And sure enough, the night before, you know, I had already set my clock for 6:30 in the morning because I think kickstands was up around 9 a.m. So give me plenty of time to get myself situated in the morning, take a last look at the bike, get all that good stuff before we ride out. And sure enough, like I said, I had my clock set about 6:30 in the morning. But man, I found myself waking up at like 2. First time I woke up at like 2:15. And I felt, for some reason, I felt like I overslept. You know, I'm like, man, I'm running late. I looked at my clock, it's 2:15 in the morning. I'm like, oh man, I'm tripping. So, sure enough, go back to bed, right? Wake up again, it's like 4:15 in the morning. I'm like, dude, you tripping, man. Like, calm down. It's like I'm almost ready to go. You understand me? So, all said and done, you know, we got up, got ready. And sure enough, man, we finna get ready to head out. So, did my pre-check on my bike, whole 9, geared up, and boom, hit the highway. Like I said, meetup time was around like 9 a.m. in Atlanta. And I'm coming from the north side out here. So, it took me about 45 minutes to get to the meetup spot. And on my way to the meetup spot, I get a call from one of the club brothers, and sure enough, he says, hey man, where you at? So I'm like, shoot, I'm en route, man. I don't think I'm running late, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hold these guys up. I know they move in a certain, you know, certain way. So I ain't trying to hold nobody up. I'm just trying to be a part of the fun, you know? So, sure enough, he was like, man, turn around. I was like, what? Turn around? What's going on? And sure enough, man, he was having issues with his battery to his bike, and his bike won't start. So I was like, man, he was like, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you my address. Just meet me at my house. I said, all right, cool, hell yeah, I'm on the way. So boom, I go meet him at his house, and by the time I got there, he'd already ran the battery plus, got him a battery for the bike. We put it back in the bike, and she's still having issues, man. She just wouldn't start. A lot of clicking and stuff like that. So we going through it all, you know, what it could be, jumping down that rabbit hole. You know, you're dealing with electrical. You know, you start going down that rabbit hole. You like, it's this, it's that, it's the third, you know what I mean? So sure enough, we go through it, man. We spend about 15, 20 minutes trying to figure it out. He was like, man, look, I got one more idea. I said, all right. He said, where my key fob at? I got a key fob. Let me change this battery out real quick. He goes to change the battery out in the key fob, man, the bike started right on up. So now granted, you know, he went and had the battery tested. The battery was bad, so he needed a new battery anyway. But the reason why the bike wasn't starting was the daggone key fob. So, quick tip to all y'all out there, man, make sure you keep batteries to your key fob on your bike, because you never know when that Jones gonna go out on you. And that could be the difference of you being stalled out somewhere, can't get your bike started. Could be something as simple as a daggone battery. So boom, we shoot up with him. Now we gotta go meet up with the other club brother. And so yeah, we leave his house, go meet up with the other guy, and he was having issues with his tail lights. And like I said, all this is the beginning of the morning before we even ride out. So it's like one of those things, man. It was like a full impact day. But, you know, I was able to experience all that. And like I said, you no matter how experienced you are, you know, things can always happen between these motorcycles and out here on the road and stuff like that. So like they always say, man, just do your due diligence, man. Look over your bike. Make sure you have things lined up. Stay on top of your bike for its maintenance and everything else. And that way you can have you a nice ride for the season. So sure enough, man, we did all that. We finally got together. And then from that point, it was time to head to Allenstown, Alabama. So I never did do a preview or intro to that video. So what I'm doing is, this is basically the intro to that video of riding to Allenstown, Alabama. And I'm gonna throw this in the beginning to give y'all a catch up so y'all know what y'all watching. Especially gonna be a nice little mashup of just the ride itself. Once I got there, you'll see what happened, and we'll go from there. So once again, I appreciate y'all checking in with your boy, man. I appreciate all the love, support. Like I said, we definitely growing, people, man. We up to 3. We about to touch 300 people. Hey, man, the community is growing, and I'm appreciative of it all. So continue checking in with your boy, and I hope to catch y'all out there during this ride this season, man. So sit back and enjoy the ride to Addison, Alabama. Indeed. Hit stop. So yeah, man. Little break time, in between time. Stop here at the Loves. I think we in Heflin, Alabama. On our way to Anniston, Alabama. Easy Riders roll call, baby. Riding out here riding with these elite riders out of Atlanta, man. Man, Coach. Man, Cut. Grab a slab on a Saturday. That was good. Yeah, man. Put the slab on. I'll touch base with y'all once we get to Anniston. In a minute.
with you. Good step by step. We'll get in there.
I ain't putting in work, man.
Work right.
Yes.
Time was had. Now it's time to gas up, head back to the A, man. Leaving Anderson, Alabama. Man, shout out to Easy Riders, MC, and the roll call for the year. Hey, man, the boy had a hell of a time. Definitely gonna come back next year. Hey, man. Shout out to my people. See Coach over there. Elite Riders, ATL chapter. See my dog over there, Cut. Elite Riders, ATL chapter. Hey, man. Y'all hate this chilling. Yeah, me too. Yeah, man. So, fill up the tanks, drain the tanks, and we back on the highway, man. Catch y'all when we back in the A. Already. So as you can see, man, it was a good old time that was had. Like, boy, when they say Anniston, Alabama, you don't owe me nothing. Look, man, I didn't really get a chance to film too much that was going on because I was really in the moment of being down there. But what I will say is that experience alone was, oh man, I was definitely appreciative of it. You know, the ride out there was a beautiful ride. It was a nice, cool Saturday morning. You know, it was a smooth ride, you know, riding with those two. They let me ride my ride, you know, nothing was forced or anything like that, man. We just cruised on out there, man. Made us a nice little quick stop. And then, like I said, once we got there, like I said, I wasn't expecting, I thought it was like not necessarily a turn and burn, but we arrived like 11 o'clock that morning, right? So, you know, in my head, I'm thinking like, yeah, we stay out here for a few hours, probably dip out around like, you know, 2. Man, so we pulled up. Y'all saw that gravel that we had to ride on. We out in the woods, baby. So that right there taught me a lesson too. Like, wow, work on your slow speed maneuvers, work on your clutch control, and do not tap that front brake. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you're in those slow speeds like that, because the slightest turn of those handlebars, you hit that front brake, she gonna go down. You know what I mean? So I really had to concentrate, take my time. But when I tell you that forearm was burning though, woo. By the time we really finally stopped, well, my forearm was, well, I feel like it was about to cramp up on me, man. But we made it through safely, didn't drop no bike. But once we got there, and like I said, we had a trail car, which was their wives had rode with us. So they was in a trail car. And once we got there, you know, I ain't think nothing of it. Boy, they pulled up, backed that car up, they popped that trunk. I saw Coach start pulling out that tent and that table and them chairs. I said, oh yeah, we here for a while. We posted. We setting up shop. I'm like, all right, cool, you know, ain't nothing thing. So showed up, man, we set up shop, and like I said, we had a grand old time, man. Went to the store, bought a barbecue grill. We ended up cooking out there, man. So yeah, man, it was just a grand old time, just some kickback, laid back atmosphere. And it's definitely right up my alley of what I enjoy. And honestly, man, like, crazy thing about it, the whole time I was out there, you know, my father came across my mind, you know what I'm saying, my late father. And if you don't know, you know, so I lost my father a couple years back, and that's the whole kind of like kickoff reason of why we even out here riding these bikes. My father was a rider. He passed on a bike to my brother. And like I said, I ended up buying me a bike a couple months later. And that's how we got here to this day of riding motorcycles. But so I was thinking about my father because he was that type, you know. He loved to go to, you know what I'm saying, the black rodeos, and where you could just pull up, man. They had RVs out there, trailers out there, people setting up camps. They had bonfire pits and the music, the DJ. They had the mechanical bull out there. And it was just a grand old time. Everybody was just, you know, had their own little space. You walk by, you meet somebody, you know what I'm saying, exchange pleasantries, this, that, and the third. Have a nice little conversation. Tell them where you're from, what you do, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. And it really wasn't on, you know, just to let y'all know, it wasn't on like some motorcycle club, you know, atmosphere. It was really just a group of riders out there. Now, hence, yeah, they all was club members, and it was for MCs for the riding season, but, you know, it's not what some people who do not know may think it is. And, you know, so that opened up my eyes, and they gave me experience like, man, you know, just because it is, you know, somewhat of a club event or a motorcycle club event, like, as a patron, as a rider, man, still be a part of it, still show up, still show support to those clubs who ride, you know. And I had a chance to meet some great people, man, from some different clubs from all over, from Memphis to, of course, Alabama State, and Atlanta was there. We had people from Greenville, North Carolina that came through. So it was, you know, clubs from all over came through and, you know, showed support to Easy Riders who host this event. So And that's what it was all about, man. The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, and man, we had a grand old time. And of course, we out there, they got a nice little dirt trail. So it wasn't just MCs and, motorcycles out there, man. They brought out the dirt bikes, the ATVs, side by side, the Can-Ams, the mud slingers. And they was out there, boy. It was almost like a trail ride, And if you know about a trail ride, you know how they get down. So it was like a mix between all of that. And man, like I said, I'm still kind of on a high from that. And like I said, today's Monday, and that was Saturday. So I'm still like on a high from that. And man, when I say I had a grand old time, I did. So once again, man, shout out to Elite Riders, Coach, Cut. I appreciate y'all. Skeeter Ray, thanks you for the invite, sir. And yeah, man, anytime else, these fellas got anything going on, I just love the support. And that's really what it's all about, man. It's just really showing support. Like-minded people, man. We out here just riding bikes. So, like I said before, man, we ain't number some grown kids on our bikes. They just got motors in them. But it's the same old prospect as what we did, when we was 12, 13 years old. Just meeting up with the fellows, kicking it, having a good time. So, yeah, man, it was a grand old time. And like I said, we got back to Atlanta later on that night. So y'all seen in the footage, man, it was black out there. I didn't have my night vision on my camera set up too well. But we made it back safely. Everything was good to go. And like I said, so if you're a new rider, beginner rider, seasoned rider, whatever, even if you ride solo, or if you got a couple friends, look into some of the local things that's going on in your city for some of these MCs. And just go show support, just show face, and just let them know that we see them in the community doing their things, because a lot of them do some great things within the community itself. And that's what it's all about. So, it's not necessarily here to promote club culture or anything like that. Like, that's beyond the scope of the conversation that we're talking about. We're really just talking about motorcycles, and riding your bike and brotherhood and camaraderie, like-minded people. Everybody who take that same risk of throwing their leg over their bike to enjoy themselves. So we all have that one common ground. And like I said, it's nothing to show up on your motorcycle, to show a little love. So that's what we accomplished, man. Crossed another state line, Alabama. Of course, I've done Alabama before, but I never did it on 20, the main state crossing line. So, you know what I'm saying? That felt good. And yeah, man, we crushed out some miles, baby. So stack miles for my Ride for Heroes challenge, stack miles for my riding challenge for the HD Rider of the Month. So yeah, man, we accomplished a lot just getting outside. So once again, man, shout out to Elite Riders of Atlanta, man. I appreciate y'all boys riding with me. And then, of course, to the next time, y'all you never know where I might be at, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to show up. You never know where I'm going to show up at. So I appreciate y'all staying tuned to the end to this video. Like I said, it was a little bit of an odd video. I had to do a pre-record, had to do an intro and an outro. So, but if you enjoyed the video, man, please hit that thumbs up button. If you are here for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button, man. This is what we do. We just outside on our motorcycle, and we just like to have fun and bring y'all along the journey and let y'all know exactly what it is that we're doing out here. So feel free, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Indeed.